presenting the Ballad of Madeline and Therese, which is a love story from the year 1940. It takes place in Manhattan. And we're playing songs from the soundtrack of this piece for stage, and I'll be lightly narrating the story so folks can follow along.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a timeline for when it will hit the stage? Because I am really excited about that.
Thank you. It's just, it'll take the time that it takes. I'm new at this. I've done albums before, but I haven't done kind of a concept album that has a storyline. And so we've workshopped it once in San Francisco, then we're bringing it to Santa Rosa, and then we'll probably play it in LA and New York and Boston and some of the places where I tour. And at the end of the year, if it has some momentum, then hopefully it can be presented on some bigger stages with some bigger casts of actors and musicians, and we'll just see what happens.
I'm so excited for that. I'm rooting for you 100%.
Thank you.
What was your inspiration behind where did this come from? It's such a interesting and in-depth look at something that I don't think people really thought about.
Yeah, I mean, my experience as a kid growing up was that I was always looking in popular culture and on stages and listening on the radio for stories about women in love and female desire, and I didn't find that many. And as a songwriter, I've been interested in stories not only about lesbians in our contemporary society, but our foremothers who were existing in these different eras and carving out lives together long before we had words for it. And so I think I just finally scratched that itch of exploring fictional characters who existed during this era, and took the opportunity to learn more about the subculture in Manhattan and where these women could hang out and be together, and how they could find each other using code words. You wouldn't necessarily say, hey, I met somebody and you certainly wouldn't say she's a lesbian. You might not even say she's interested in women, but you might say, she's the kind of woman who, she's a little peculiar, and, she stands up on the train. And she carries a pocket knife. Yeah, they had these code words sort of through the years, different iterations of ways to describe people who were outside of the norm at the time.
Right.
And so if you were sort of in those circles, you recognized the language and you could identify each other. And it was a safer way to sort of be out at a time when it was pretty scary and there was a lot of threat to people who were
absolutely
trying to be themselves.